I'm Dan, and this is my personal double lift technique, which I love doing all the time. It just looks like that. And there it is. So the double lift technique has many different components to it that make it work, and individualizing it kind of gives it its own sense of its own double lift. And you can tell about how many there are, you know, fancy ones, different styles. I see entertainers do this one. There are a bunch of lifts, but we're going to focus on an essential one that really gives conviction, and even gets the occasional entertainer going, wow, you've got a really nice double lift. I'm like, okay. So there are many different ways to get into it. I have a slight preference of a push-off lift, so I push off cards, and as I lift into one, this was hinted at by, I believe, Brother John Hammond. He would be able to cite a couple cards in his book, The Magic of Brother John Hammond. And what he would do is he would usually do it to cite 4 cards, because he was doing multiple lifts and crazy things of that nature. But if you just push off, like, you could just push off for 2. So I could push off for 2, and I can square it, because no one's looking specifically right here at this area. You've got a little bit of advantage as you just turn it over, and looks very wonderful. So again, just as I push off, I get it, and I turn it on over. Now there are many different methods, ways to be able to get the break to turning it over. You know, you could also just get a riffle up and get 2 cards, and then just do the technique, which we'll cover in a second. You know, you could do the 1-2, like do a thumb. Riffle off with the thumb, 2 cards, 1-2. Insert your forefinger into the break, clip it with your thumb, and pop it up to get a break underneath 2. There's the pinky break where you can actually go like this and be able to measure it, which is very difficult for me to do. I even got 3. Wow, that's difficult. There are many different methods. There's even the other one by Brother John. No, it was either by Brother John Hammond or Gene Hugard and Fred Browie. Was it theirs? I'll look into it further. But the point is, they have the idea where they just lift up with a nail, or using, that's what they used to say, but you could just lift up and get a feel using the pad of your thumb and feel for just what 2 cards feels like, and then you can be double lifting right there. And it's one I actually use, but irregularly. I should use it more, because it's just a great feeling when you know you nailed 2 cards. It feels so good, just like it's reliable. You know, let me just try to get a different 2 cards. You know, when you got it perfectly, it just feels so great. Anyways, so you got the lift. However you got the lift, that's the first segment. Get ready for the lift. Another way you can do is you can gesture. One final method, and then we'll go into section 2. You can also gesture with the top card and get a break underneath the card. I just want to throw this out there so everyone feels like there's a method for them they can use to do this effect. Hey, don't hate me. I try to be loving. You can gesture, get a break underneath the top card, just push off, get ready, and then boom, you got a double. The actual technique, this is step 2. The actual technique of doing the turn over, there's so many ways, but this one is just a beautiful way. Sorry, I accidentally touched it a long way. It's just so beautiful being able to do it. Okay, however you get ready. It's just a simple, beautiful lift. It just seems like 1 card for the case. It's just great. So once we've got the get ready, from here, then we do a sweeping motion. We grab it with the first finger, second finger, and thumb. So we grab right here, slide it to an L, so it goes from the break where it was at. I'm trying to cover it from all the best angles so you can see it. Okay, so we got a break on it. First finger, second finger are below, thumb on top. Slide it to being an L, and then turn it up. So again, break, make an L, and then just let it fall up. Don't try to force it. Just let it fall up. And that's what it looks like. So, let's just show it again. Break. Let it slide to an L. Let it fall on up. It's just a beautiful, beautiful lift. And you get it right there. Now, I have one preparation I do, kind of setting. It's you'll see what I mean. As I turn it up, and I let it fall up, I do what's called an ant trap, and it's where I'm able to hold the double right alongside the thumb. My thumb or pad just stops the full lift, the ending of the lift, from it going onto the pack. So as I turn it on up, my thumb is just right here, and it blocks it from just fully converging with the deck. And this is the ant trap. I'm not sure who actually came up with this. Anyways, I think it was Animan, possibly. Anyways, so now that we've got it up, then we can be able to push off and get recontrol with the, sorry, it's right here. Held by the thumb, by the ant trap, right here. And then from here, we now we have control over the card while keep maintaining double really well. So then I can push off with the thumb, and now this whole area is open, so I could get a break underneath that need to be. But what I do is I take the first finger, second finger from below, thumb from above, and now I have full control, so I can turn it over again. The thing that really gets me, or for scare, that kind of gets me a little scare, is when I turn the double up and I need to turn it down, and the performance conditions are not perfect or ideal, whatever the reasoning is, to be able to turn that double face down, and maybe you turn over a third card on accident. That doesn't help your case because you want a smooth card trick, or the card. There's just a bunch of conditions. So in this situation where it's like this, I actually have to riffle to make sure I've got that double set up, and then I turn it down because I need that reliability. That's kind of why I have a preference for having to avoid all that and just ant trapping right here, push off, and I have full control of the double again after displaying it, and then you can just pause and display it. Everyone can see it. Everyone's like, cool, and I've got it ant trapped already set up. Ant trap is such a great technique. I just love it, and it saves me all the stress of having to worry about the double. I get it, I can show it, boom, same as before, L, turning up, L, and then you can kind of byplay with it once you're confident with the double, and then turn it down. Now I know I'm not doing it at a spectator level, so I might be flashing, I'm aware of this, and also I'm using older decks, so they tend to split a bit more. But I just want to give you a general idea of what it would look like. Hence, the ideal conditions and all of that. So, again, I get a break, talk to the spectator. There's the other technique I can mention. What I do in certain cases is actually just side count 2 as I push off. I pull back and get a break. Similar to what I was doing before as I push off and turn it over. But I can just push off and then get a break, and then I'm just casually talking as I do it. And so, L, turn up, thumb break, display, and this is the ant trap, push off. They can see it casually. There you go. Or if you want to personalize it, talk about it. It's just there. Everyone sees it. Turn it over. And boom. So that is the general, ideas on double lift. Just different ways to get into it, different ways to get out of it. Because I know there's so many, you're going to go down the path of, I need to learn every single double lift there is out there. Or at least I did. There you go. There's another. And I could just keep on going with all these crazy double lift ideas. I'm just contemplating all of them. But the point is, sometimes you only need really just one reliable technique that you can use for many cases. Sometimes it's good to know a couple, as you see the different pieces and components that went into the simple double lift. But I think it's just really wonderful, a really, really wonderful technique when done right. It just gives it an air of casualness. No one ever even thinks about it, and it just looks so wonderful. So that is the way I do my double lift. And I should also mention, for triple and quadruples, the same thing. I would just push off, get a break under 3 cards. I could just sight it. I guess I really practice. Practice makes perfect in front of a mirror. Where you push off 3 cards and get a break underneath it. I just really have to sight it. And I'm talking to spectators, whatever, and I just sight count it. Got 3 cards. And that's ready for just the same lift technique. It works really, really well. And I should also credit Vernon. Everyone says I have a very Vern-esque lift, I guess. I just really focus on the simple subtleties of what would be a good lift. Because they really just want to get the job done for whatever you need the lift to do. And just be reliable. So you don't have to focus on that. It's just like, there, it's a good part. Now let's focus on the other components and see what other ways we can make the trick better. Because we always strive, or at least I personally strive, to be able to, I guess you would say, bring together just the best techniques, the latest, just what's really exciting all together for just a wonderful routine. And that's all you can really ask for. So, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. Always appreciate it. And if you haven't seen this video, go check it out. Catch you in the next video.